Hi, I'm Dan, and welcome back to the Rock Nerd Radio Show here on YouTube. Recently I got a couple of things in that were like some were pre-orders that I didn't pre-order initially, and then they got a second run. Some was just stuff that I ordered late because I didn't know I was gonna buy it, and then I caught it on a sale. But the first thing that I want to go over is the new Transformers Missing Link Optimus Prime. This is the C-02 version. This is the more animation accurate one. I initially kind of slept on this one, but I decided to pick it up. So I'm going to open it up. I'm very excited to open it up, mess around with it, give you my thoughts, and then we'll go from there.
Come geek out with us on the Rock Nerd Radio Show.
As you can see, this is the packaging for the Missing Link Optimus Prime. As you can see, I went with the C-02 version. This is the version that is just the truck. It is not the trailer. I decided that if I was buying this, I probably wasn't going to really display the trailer. I don't really display a lot of Prime trailers that I have now. So I thought, just go for the robot. While it's nice, I'm going to go with this. I believe this one is also more anime color than toy color, but it is a nice presentation. This reminds me of Masterpiece style boxes from Takara Tomy, but just looking around, not a whole lot going on here on the box. Just that. So let's open it up and we will take out Optimus Prime, and this is a really, really cool box. I like that it is in Japanese. I like the way that it looks. One thing to say is that this is not loose inside the package. There's actually an additional piece of cardboard that would sit up here to fill in the rest of the box. So it's not like you have this thing bouncing around inside that rectangular box, but this is what the package looks like on the inside. And man, this looks so cool. In an age like where we're getting the Motu Origins figures and things like that, it's neat to see them going back and doing Transformers, as the original toys look, but with modern articulation and engineering and stuff. So we're going to open up the package proper now, take out Optimus Prime. I'll show you everything that comes in the box, and I'll start sharing some thoughts. So when you slide out Prime, it is in a solid piece of styrofoam. You can see the Energon Axe, his blaster, the Matrix, and the truck there. Also tucked behind it was this little bag with, I'm assuming, instructions and things like that. I'm going to gently peel it open. When it comes to like Masterpiece quality or like special item stuff, I try to keep the packaging most of the time because I like to just, if I want to put everything back together, I want to be able to do that. You can see there's a nice sticker sheet in here. I don't know if I'm putting the stickers on, I'll be honest. We have our decoder, so if I want to bring the package back in, we can decode his tech specs. That is so cool, man. This bringing me back to my very early childhood and looking at Transformers like that, man. This is hitting a bunch of nostalgia buttons that I don't think a whole lot of brands could hit. There is it's not really a trading card because it's very flimsy and there's a hole in it, but there's a tag of some kind for this. It does say Convoy, in case you missed that, because in Japan he was Convoy, but we're gonna keep calling him Optimus Prime for this one. There is a nice catalog here that shows, I guess this is the history of Optimus Prime and what went into designing this figure. It is it's pretty expansive. It's kind of nice. It's showing the difference between the two versions, showing some animation cells, I guess, to let you know where all this design elements are coming from. This is neat. I should hold it up to my phone and just hit the Google Translate so I could see what it all says, but that's neat. And finally, we have the instructions. I feel like I don't need instructions to transform a G1 Prime, but this has enough kind of new features where maybe I will need the instructions. We'll see. I'm gonna keep these out. I'm gonna put them to the side. Let's look at all of the weaponry first here on Prime. So we have his ion blaster first, and you can see it has that nice silver highlight there in the stock, or not the stock, in the whatever you call the back piece. But the cannon looks great. I do find it funny that there appears to be like a tip on it, but I guess that's where like the energy blast is going to come from. We do have the axe in a very nice like orangey yellow type color. appears to be a hinge there. Does this thing move? Oh, this piece moves. Okay, so I guess it goes into his hand with this peg, and then you close it. Kind of like what Bulkhead in the Legacy line does. You can kind of close the weapon over it. That's a really neat touch, I have to admit. And the Matrix is stuffed in this little piece of plastic, probably so that you can get it in and out. That is a nice looking Matrix. Hollow on the inside, but still very nice looking. I'll keep that piece of plastic, you know, just tuck it in there for now so it doesn't disappear. And then, of course, there is our Autobot leader himself, Optimus Prime, who I'm not sure how to get out of here. There we go. We'll just turn him upside up. There was a hole there. I could have just kind of poked him through. But, oh, God, this is heavy. This is die-cast. It feels like my G1 Prime. I have, still from my childhood, my original G1 Prime. And this feels like it. It looks like it. Oh, my God. This is such a nostalgia hit. I'm kind of at a loss for words. This is really, really cool. So, I guess in order to transform him, you know what? I am going to take a quick look at the instructions because I don't want a chance breaking this. So the first thing the instructions say to do is to flip out the arms, and these are nice and tight. And hey, look, there are the hands. For anyone who's ever owned a G1 Prime, the hands were an accessory piece. So you then just kind of flip the hands out, and it makes the headlights disappear. That's a really cool touch. I like that. Then you're going to open up the arms, as you would probably do anyway with a Prime. But, like, I can already... Listen to that. That is nice. There's an Autobot symbol already on the arm there. But, like, I can already feel the nice joints in this. Like look at that elbow bend there. And there's 2 bits of elbow bend. Oh, man. I'm already very, very happy with this. Sorry. So that's you know, the all that so far. There is the head that comes on up. I always did the head last because it felt like dramatic head reveal, and from now on, every time I transform this will probably be how I do it, where I put the head out last. But from there, it is telling you to actually separate the legs. So like that. And then you can swing them down. That's a nice feature there. Of course, you're going to then fold out the feet. And is that it? I guess that's it. Maybe not as complicated as I was thinking it was going to be, but this looks great. There are these wheels here that can kind of move out of the way on his hips. That looks nice. I'm actually going to raise my camera real quick, just so you can see the main body of Prime. I'm going to hold him back here too, so you can see more. There are ankle tilts, so his feet will flatten out to whatever, you know, whatever surface you have them on. I was looking for thigh swivel. There doesn't appear to be any. That is one solid chunk. So yeah, so no thigh swivel. That's okay. I'm not going to sit here and complain about it, because the legs, he can kick out. Look at that, and then look at that knee bend. That's, oh my gosh, look at that knee bend. That's awesome. Man, I'm sorry. I know I'm very, very excited, and I normally try to hide my excitement for stuff. I also have normally played with stuff a little bit before I've really shown it off, but this looks so good. Oh man, like just the detail in the arms, and they rotate, so you can kind of have them just like hands at his side if you wanted to. Of course, the chest still opens up, and you can hide the Matrix in here, so I can stick the Matrix right inside. The other thing you can do is you can have him hold the Matrix. I believe the hands open, so you can kind of get the hands to hold the Matrix, I want to say. I gotta close it around it. There we go. It might not be straight on, but you can, I dropped it. You can make him hold it, and you can do it longer than I just did it. But what I am going to do is keep the Matrix in his chest, because that's where it belongs. That's where it was hiding until the movie. We didn't even know it was there. It was hiding in plain sight, right? Let's add the weapons on. So the gun You're going to slide it down, close the fingers around it. Not that that really makes a difference, that's more aesthetic. But obviously if someone's holding a blaster, they would probably have their fingers closed around the part they were holding. And that just, well, that looks prime if I'm being honest. That looks great. If I want to give him the Energon axe, I'll do it with this hand. I don't think it really matters. I think typically we see it on his right hand, so that's just where I'm putting it. Man, this is nice. And the head moves. The head moves on this platform, so you can have him looking at an angle. This is awesome. This is so cool. And literally the day that I bought this, that I purchased it from Hasbro Pulse, because I was a little late to the party on it. I wasn't sure I was going to buy it right away. I am super glad I did, but the day that I ended up buying this, they teased, or the image leaked for the Missing Link Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper, so I guess I am all in on Missing Link Transformers now. But this looks so good. This is just fun, like nostalgic fun. I don't know what else to call it, but man, this is nice. This is hitting a whole bunch of points that I really wanted it to. I feel like I need to separate these legs. Oh, there we go. All right. One thing I forgot to do. The legs can separate a little bit, so you can give him a bit of a wider stance. How do they... Am I missing something here? Because this one moved out. There we go. You kind of got to shuffle them gently. It gives them a little bit of space, you know, just enough to make it look cool. But man, this is nice. I'm gonna quickly grab my original G1 Prime so we can kind of do some quick comparisons. So here's my original G1 Prime over here on the left, and the new Missing Link Optimus Prime Convoy on the right. And this is so cool because like Missing Link Prime looks like, if you didn't know, if I didn't just show off that he had all these extra joints and stuff, this just looks like my original Prime. And this is straight from the 80s. The stickers you can see have started to wear over time, but for the most part, in pretty good shape. A little dusty. I gotta dust them off a little bit, but my smokestacks never broke, so I'm very proud of that. Have both hands and the blaster. So this looks enough like it. Of course, this is the animation version, not the toy version, so you know. But yeah, like if honestly someone could have fooled me and been like, yeah, this is my authentic G1 Prime, and I just would have been like, okay, cool, and I wouldn't have known unless I picked it up. This just looks phenomenal. This I'm so happy. I think I just got to pull one more G1 figure to compare it to. All right, here he is next to a G1 Megatron. This is one of the reissue versions. This is not an authentic G1 Megatron. But they look great standing next to each other. They look like they belong standing next to each other. I'm wondering if we're going to see like a Missing Link Megatron at any point, or if they won't be able to do something that turns into what this Megatron turns into. That'll be something that remains to be seen. I'm wondering what they're going to be doing with this rumored Studio Series Megatron that we apparently have coming out. But they look great together. I'm really blown away by this. This is a really neat figure. I'm going to share some final thoughts. Let me just get Megatron out of here. So overall, this is a really neat thing that I think fans of the Transformers brand can really get into. If you have been collecting since G1, or even going back and buying reissues of G1, this might be something you want to get your hands on. I think it is well worth the price. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say you should get all the Missing Link figures that are coming out. I'm going to get the Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper at this point once they are formally announced and come out, just to kind of see what else they are doing with this line. It is probably something I will continue to pick up figures for, because this Prime has just been a treat, if you can't tell from the excitement in my voice. But let me know what you think about this Missing Link Prime. Are you planning on getting either of the Missing Link Primes, whether it be the animation accurate one or the toy animation or the toy accurate one? Let me know. I'd love to hear your feedback. And until next time, I've been Dan. You've all been pretty awesome. This has been one of the coolest Optimus Primes I've ever seen, and I'll see you next time. Well, there we go. What did you think of this video? Sound off in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Remember, we are making a push to get to 700 subscribers here on the channel. If we do that before the HasLab Giant Man arrives, I will be giving away the old Toy Biz Giant Man Build-A-Figure. that you've seen on my shelf and things like that. So hit subscribe, leave a comment, hit like if you're so inclined, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Come geek